Morning, guys. All right, so we are actually at the airport, and so we flying to Idaho today, Boise, Idaho. So ultimately, I have some gear from Argali already, and I'm looking at some other products from them, or at least one specific product. And I really want to see it and lay eyes on it before I actually buy it. I was going to do some filming kind of on the way in there or whatever, but the problem is it's raining, and I don't know. My wife's better at this terminal and getting around than I am. So I'm going to put all the cameras away because it is raining and I don't want to get rained on. And then try to find my way to the terminal without getting lost. So that's going to be an adventure in itself. Regardless, guys, put y'all away. I'll see you outside in a minute. So we did find our way to the terminal, guys. I am capable without my wife. That's good to know, at least. But our first stop, we go from Austin to Phoenix. We fly into Phoenix. And I do like the window seat because I do like to take pictures. I like the video. I kind of like to see what's underneath. I don't know why. I find the ground fascinating. And we land in Phoenix. Then we take off from Phoenix and we go to Boise. And I'm not going to lie. The Boise was beautiful, man. The terrain underneath the plane was just absolutely gorgeous, as you guys can see. Please enjoy the view, because I know I did. Guys, I'll be honest, man. The idea of this is crazy. I'm going to fly to Boise from Austin, Texas, to Boise to look at a tent. The problem is I'm to the point in my life where I really want to see things in person. Amazon's great, internet is amazing, and ordering stuff online makes things just so much simpler in our lives. But the problem is sometimes you get it and you're like, this isn't what I thought it was. So I really wanted to get hands-on. I really wanted to see it, and that's just really where it is, guys. So flew to Boise, yes, as crazy as it sounds, I really wanted to get hands on this equipment just to see what it's like. Now, that being said, I got to Boise and I took an Uber straight to Argali, and I start working with them on getting things set up. Now, the problem is, though, the Uber driver was the craziest guy I have ever met in an Uber. I don't even want to say the conversation because there's probably some kind of federal law he violated there a few times. I'm not going to say anything other than that. I'm just surprised he's an Uber driver. All right, guys, I get to Argali. After I meet everybody, I say hello. They even had a dog on the set that was just pretty amazing. After I meet everybody, I say hi to their dog. We start setting up the tent, and I'm not gonna lie, it sets up pretty easy. Even in their little showroom they have there, it barely fit, but it did fit. And we set it up, and of course, guys, I'm gonna get my hands dirty. I want to see how this thing goes up. I also want to see how it tears down. I want to see how it folds up. I want the whole process. And so I did enjoy going through that with them. They kind of showed me how it works, and it was pretty phenomenal. All right, guys, so this is where things get complicated. We get through setting up the 8-person Yukon tent, and they're like, hey, you really should look at our 6-person sailway tent. It is a phenomenal tent. The footprint is pretty close to the 8-person. Before you leave, let's set it up. Let's look at it so you can see it in person. Now, let's hit the pause button there. You go back. I have the 4-person Absaroka tent. I did enjoy it. I liked it. It was great for me. I think in my heart, I feel like maybe when you talk about hunting gear, rifles, stove, I think you can get away with 2 people with all the gear, everything. I think you can get away with 2 people with stove, and because stove is going to take the place of 1 person, because you got a stove and you got a gap in between. You don't want to burn or melt your sleeping bag or anything. And then with gear, 2 people, gear, stove is great for the Absaroka, I think. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to say too much, but so I was really jumping to the 8-person, thinking gear, stuff like that, probably 3 to 4 people would be great. But they're like, hey, you really need to see the 6-person, because there's a huge jump between the 4-person and the 6-person. I was like, you know what, I'm here, might as well. I want to make an educated decision on what we do moving forward. And so I'm like, hey, I'm here, might as well, let's take a look at it. All right, guys. So again, I'm helping them set up the 6-person sailway tent, and I gotta admit, The floor plan is huge, or the footprint, I should say, is huge. He has a lot of space, a lot of room for a lot of people, a lot of room for gear, and I can stand up in the center, which is great. It's phenomenal. I did like it. I like what I saw. The problem is it led us to a huge problem. It's a good problem, but it did lead us to a problem, guys. All right, guys, we have our problems. Let's talk solutions. Or maybe I'm looking for a solution from you guys, but hang tight for a second. So we have two tents. Both of them have a huge footprint. Both of them are about the same size footprint. What I mean by that is the where the bottom of the tent sits on the ground. They're both about the same footprint. Now, one of them is a TP style. One of them has, I guess you could say, like a dual TP. They both come up to 2 points. You can walk back and forth. The thing about it is, both of them have a lot of space, a lot of room. We can put people, gear, and a stove. And so, my question is which one do we get? Do we get the 8-person or the 6-person? Now, I'm used to the 4-person Absaroka tent. And I gotta admit, and this is why I was really glad I went, because when you look at stuff online, you lose something. You lose it. Just when I see them online, there's it's hard to explain, but they're not what they are in person. And so the Absaroka tent is one thing, and I was kind of thinking, okay, a 6-person is not going to be much larger, so let's go for the 8-person. I gotta admit, the 6-person was a lot larger, a bigger footprint by far, almost the same size footprint as the 8-person, pretty dang close. Now, the stand-up room is narrowed down to the center because it is a TP style. The sailway, basically, you can walk back and forth, but they both have, there's different price points, and they both have a lot of space. So my question is to you, I'm going to kind of put this on your hands. Do any of you guys have experience with the sailway, the 6-person, or the 8-person Yukon? I'm very curious. Before I make my decision, what do you guys think we should buy? What do you guys think we should pick up? Because I'm really want to use this with my team is going to be 3 to 4 people. Still kind of going through the selection process. But what do you guys think? And do y'all have any experience with it, guys? Because I really need some help. I am leaning one way, but I would like to know, do you guys have any experience so that it can kind of maybe help sway my opinion one way or the other, guys. But I do love y'all. Please let me know in the comments. I will see y'all very, very soon.